Hello, Menos and Annabelle. I am in the BX booking series for Mackay, and I'm going to show you a new sequence that I've got and created here. Now, Annabelle, if we can use the Mackay as a template for creating any new groups from here on in, I have gone through and I've cleaned it up and tidied it up, and I've actually got rid of a couple of things that were doing the same job twice. So you can see it looks a little bit neater and more organized. But what we need to do here is set up this campaign here. And so we need to set up, this is the marketing series. There's actually another series that, that Anna is creating in here as well. So what, I'll actually move this down a little bit because Annabelle's series will go in here and she's going to be looking after something else, so it's going to go in there with another series there, and that's the venue update sequence. So she'll be doing that in there, so I'll leave that there for her to muck around with. Get these, I like them to be all nice and evenly spaced apart. I'm not sure if that's evenly spaced apart or not now. Doesn't want to move in small increments. Anyway, okay, so this is the sequence we're playing with here. Now, in your merge fields, I want to have a quick look in here and make sure that we've got all this sorted out. So what we want to do is we're going to change parking instructions. We'd like it to say, call it how to get there is now the change of this, because it's not just parking as well. So from now on, we're going to refer to that as how to get there. So that's good. Meeting day Friday, leadership web page, That's not actually the correct page for the leadership team, just as a heads up. So you might want to fix that up. How to get there, group name Mackay, event address 3, address 2. Exciting. The other thing is this here, our X's are always small in BX. So if you have to capitalize a word, you actually capitalize the second letter. If it's an X word, that's our convention there. So you can organize all that, that'd be great. So if you can, that's all fine. Now what we need to do is we need to add in here another merge field, and that is launch date. Oh, got to enter a value. So that launch date for Mackay will be Friday the 3rd of September. So we'll go Friday 3rd of September 2021. Okay, save that, because that will now go into the event details as well. Okay, so we'll close that, but important to make sure we update that and certainly make sure that the information here is correct. The leadership pages, that's not going to take you to the leadership team page for the region. We know that this will take you to the team link, but this one will actually take you just to the location page. We actually need to update this one so it takes you to the regional page as well. Okay, so now in here, if we open up email number 1, when you set up the campaigns as per normal, Annabelle, you just need to update the details. Now I've set this up. This campaign needs to have all of the merge fields added in here. So if you can jump in and update all these details, that'd be great. BX networking launches, BX networking Bayswater launches Wednesday. So that will be the date. The launch date. Okay. Okay, so we've got that in there. So that is the date there. So Menos, what this does is it stops you having to manually write anything from now on. We might actually put the time of the events into there as well. So I'm going to go back to here. So one of the other merge fields that you've got, Annabelle, will be event time. So I'll save that. Close. Okay, so you'll notice over here as well, this registration email. So let's just update this here so that we don't have to worry about doing that anymore as well. And merge campaign fields, event time. There you go. So once again, just remembering in these emails, if the image is short, you need to actually add and move some of this information down here. So we can move that down to there. And so that this information here as well needs to say how to get there. It's bold. Now I also want to change all of these to our colors as well for the headings. So we've got a bit of consistency across the brand there. Now, capitals, 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 not capitals. Let's fixing that. Okay. Okay, that fixes that up there. See how that makes that a lot better looking. And now we match the sizes up so it flows nicely down through there. And so, remembering the other element to this Annabelle that needed to be fixed up was that the location, and we're in Mackay, so it's Queensland, so that should be so that's going to the calendar. That should not be going to the calendar. That should be going to the Queensland calendar. There's no reason to be sending someone to a Sydney calendar. We should be sending it to their own calendar. So in here, so all these, I did actually send this to you guys a while ago. Where's the calendar links? So in down here, so we've got Queensland, so we just copy that, and in the event, this link here should be changed so that it's the link for the region. Mice will be sending them straight to their region's calendar, and then we don't have to worry about reminding them it's in a different time zone. Okay. Same details here. Just cleaning up this stuff here. Update the calendar. Pop that in there and save. So these should be heading 2 as well. So they pop out. Excellent. Okay, so this has been updated. Let's get rid of that. Great. And just here, we're just going to change this to say if payment is required, you'll receive a separate email with a tax invoice when your payment has processed. Because that's, some people don't pay because it's a complimentary meeting. Anyway, you can see that email looks nice and tidy now. Beautiful. So that will be updated with all the other ones as well. In terms of what you're setting up down here, we've obviously got the tag that needs to be set up for each of them, which is commence marketing launch emails Mackay. So that one's been set up. The other ones need to be set up for the new groups. Now we don't have to do this for all the groups that have already launched. We only need to do this for the groups that are new because they'll need these emails sent out. All the other ones won't need it. So you don't have to go back to every single booking campaign. I've already set this up, but email 1 will go out as soon as we've tagged it. It'll go out anytime between 8 and 5 on the same day that we've tagged it. And then email 1 goes out. And this is email 1. The only thing that needs to be updated in email 1 is all the information needs to be changed to merge tags. So the email's ready to go. It just needs the merge tags all sorted out. So if you can update that for us, what we need to do here is we need to, so I've done a couple of the merge fields here. Obviously we did this, but if we want to change, we need to change like the venue name here, the venue name, the group name, the date's already done. We've got this time in here. So we need to start getting some of these, all of these done. So launch date, oh sorry, meeting time, event time. And this will just make this whole process much quicker and much easier. Once we are rolling these out across all the different groups. So if you can work your way through and update all of those, that'll be fantastic. So you'll need to update things like the local anesthetic here, the address, so Menos, keeping in mind when you set this up for each and every one, or Annabelle, if you've done it first, that's great. But we want to make sure that we update the few little bits and pieces like that in these. Change the image at the beginning of when the meeting launches. Make sure that's a breakfast, not a lunch. Make sure the timings are right. We'll have to update the links in these for each of the links. So you can see this is Bayswater. It'll need to be Mackay. Need to make sure we get that right. All this is good, and we just need to do the menu as well. So if you can make sure that you update the menu. Might create some merge fields for these as well. That'll just make this much quicker and easier if Menos is updating the merge fields as opposed to trying to type into here each time. Actually disregard that, just type it in each time, copy and paste. Just make sure you get the formatting right. It's important. Don't have numbers and dots here. We've already got the dots, so don't put the numbers in front of it. Keep it nice and clean. Things like this here. So Bayswater. So you have to go through and just make sure that all the merge fields are right, but definitely want to make sure that all of the other bits and pieces are updated so it's very much in line with the location, and then that will be great to go. So then we need to fix up all that as well. I've certainly made a start here for you, but I haven't finished it for you, so you have to go through and get a bit of this done still. Okay, then over here is the next campaign. This one should go out, and we need to set up the date. So Menos, you'll set the date up according to when you want that to go out. You'll have the date set up in Asana and when you want that to go up, so you can set that. Now we've got this here. For now, I've actually set it up and I've copied this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this here, and you can, once we publish this, because we've got this send launch email one new group, once we publish that, we'll be able to use that email again. And so once you've done and completely finished this email, when you drag this into here and open this up here, you'll be able to copy from campaign. So we want the BX booking series for Mackay. BX booking series Mackay. We want the launch email one, so that's that email. So we would go use this and it will create that. And so I'm not going to do that now. I'll delete that for now. But if you want to drag that across, create it, import it, only do it once you've completely finished this email and you've published it, and then you'll be able to use the one you've created to do the rest of the and change it according to how you want to do that second email. But it'll have all the merge fields and stuff already done for you then. Anyway, once that's done, the other one that has been created is by that Anna's putting in here is the venue update, and that'll run off the same process. All those merge fields, every time you update the merge fields in here, it'll be great because every time you update a location or whatever, and we need to notify them, we just tag anybody who needs to be notified, and it puts them straight into this sequence here, and they get an email advising that the venue's changed. So we're not always creating new sequences and emails and broadcasts every time we're doing it. They're going through a sequence. It's just much more efficient, and they're all set up and ready to go because it happens all the time. We want it to be really fast and efficient. Fantastic. So that is all good to go, and if you guys can jump on that, that would be great. So we need to do that. Obviously, this is Mackay. So the launches that are to happen are obviously all these ones here. Mawson Lakes, so all these ones here. So if we're, from here onwards, really, we need to get them all updated. So that must be Inner West, which we moved. Let's make sure from East Tamaki down that is copied in. So Annabelle, even though we've done the update to all the other bits and pieces in here, that we want to make sure that this is in all of those campaigns that are from East Tamaki down. And Anna's going to add these in, so there's nothing to do there. And then any new sequences you create for a booking series, let's make sure we copy the Mackay series each and every time. So we duplicate Mackay for all of the series because then they'll be correct. Fantastic. All good. Now for the New Zealand ones, we will need to, we might just ask Cheryl from Infusionsoft if she can copy this campaign across to Infusionsoft for the future events, because you'll also need to make those updates in those future events as well. When you create any new events in New Zealand, all the existing ones, you'll just need to create this one in there for it. All good. Thanks, guys.